I'll begin with a reading from C.S. Lewis, whose writings are foundational to who I am today. Being in love is a good thing, but it is not the best thing. You cannot make it the basis of a whole life. It is a noble feeling, but it is still a feeling. No feeling can be relied on to last in its full intensity, or even to last at all. Knowledge can last, principles can last, habits can last, but feelings come and go. And in fact, whatever people say, the state called being in love usually does not last. If the old fairy tale ending, they lived happily ever after, is taken to mean they felt for the next 50 years exactly as they felt the day before they were married, then it says what probably never was nor ever would be true, and would be highly undesirable if it were. Who could bear to live in that excitement for even 5 years? What would become of your work, your appetite, your sleep, your friendships? But of course, ceasing to be in love need not mean ceasing to love. Love in the second sense, love as distinct from being in love, is not merely a feeling. It is a deep unity maintained by the will and deliberately strengthened by habit. They can have this love for each other even at those moments when they do not like each other, as you love yourself even when you do not like yourself. They can retain this love even when each would easily, if they allowed themselves, be in love with someone else. Being in love first moved them to promise fidelity. This quieter love enables them to keep the promise. It is on this love that the engine of marriage is run. Being in love was the explosion that started it. When we first started dating, I immediately fell head over heels in love with an imaginary version of you. I was absolutely giddy even thinking about you. It consumed every aspect of my life. Over the years, that excitement faded, and that imaginary version of you was slowly replaced with knowledge of the real you. You had flaws I had been blind to. You pointed out flaws in me that I had been blind to, and that's no fun either. While we've never had anything I would call a real fight, we haven't always been good at meeting each other's needs. In the past 7 years, we've both had to do a lot of growing and become comfortable with some compromises to get where we are now. When I was getting nervous about proposing, I remember the succinct words of a friend talking about finding the right partner. People make it complicated, but in the end, you just have to ask yourself a simple question. Are you better together than you are apart? When I ask myself this question about us, my answer is an unequivocal. You have brought a level of sustained happiness to my life that I could previously only imagine in fleeting daydreams. I adore your creativity, your humor, and your intelligence. Our shared nerdiness about fiction, games, and learning make it a delight to spend time together. You are an amazing snuggle buddy. I am humbled by your tolerance of my faults and the depth of love and care you show me. While I don't often feel that giddy, in-love excitement of those early days, it has been replaced with a chosen love far more sturdy, deep, and fulfilling. That love has inspired me to make these vows. I will always seek to be kind, patient, forgiving, and honest with you. I promise to hold you when you need it, and even to sacrifice my body to warm your ever-frigid hands and feet. I promise to grow with you and build a better life together. I promise to stay with you through hard times and good times, through sickness and health. I promise to try in every way to be worthy of your love.
(116) from William Shakespeare. Let me not, to the marriage of true minds, admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no. It is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempest and is never shaken. It is a star to every wandering bark whose worth unknown, although his height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle compass calms. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but it bears out even to the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved. Travis, I have struggled for a while writing this speech because how can words do justice to how I feel marrying you? How can I sum up in a neat 5-minute speech how much I love you? Words pale at how kind, patient, funny, and goddamn handsome you are. To borrow a quote from F. Scott Fitzgerald, you are the finest, loveliest, tenderest, and most beautiful person I have ever known, and that is an understatement. There are so many reasons to love you. How can words sum up your kindness, how you're always there for me with words that make me melt, or a snuggle that makes the world fade away? How can words sum up your wit, which I begrudgingly admit I am a jealous of, and be in service of making me giggle or gently ribbing at rough edges? How can words sum up your good looks? Oh boy, you look really nice and I want to smooch your face right now. How can words sum up how much you have brightened my life and how much you inspire me to be better and how happy you make me? I keep trying and failing to put my emotions into words. So many of our moments together live in that special part of my heart where I revisit them when I'm feeling lonely or stressed, like watching the sun hit your face, lighting up your smile and eyes, and it takes my breath away, like stargazing and having those long conversations under the stars and distant lighting of the Outer Banks, like watching terrible movies together, trying to outdo each other on jokes and riffs, just snuggling so close. I think the best part is that I can make these moments with you for the rest of my life, for the rest of our lives. I cannot wait for you to get super excited over new Battletech minis, geek out about them, and insist, yes, you need to buy them. I cannot wait for us to sit in restaurants after Lair and discuss how our weekend went, exhausted, sunburnt, tired out of our minds, but still holding hands. I cannot wait to spend more time with you, my closest and cutest friend. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I am so incredibly lucky that out of everyone you could have asked out, you asked me out. I'm not sure how it happened, but I rolled a critical success and got an amazing partner. You are the man I want to marry. You are the Spock to my Kirk. You are the ham to my cheese. For my vows, they're not as eloquent as yours, but I wished to borrow from a creative mind, you might have heard of him, called Gene Roddenberry, and a little franchise near and dear to our hearts that you managed to get a really pretty girl into. Marriage. The final frontier. These will be the voyages of Travis and Kelly Runyon. Our lifelong mission. I vow to explore strange new worlds with you. I vow to seek out new life and new experiences with you. I vow to love you, my wonderful dork, in sickness and health, be us rich or poor, until the rest of my days, our days. And I vow to boldly go with you where no couple has gone before. Now, let us make it so.
When the going gets tough, you turn inward to face each other. Together, you will continue to withstand anything. I am overjoyed to watch you start this new chapter of your life, hand in hand, side by side. To the new couple, may you continue to laugh, groan, and grow as you begin the next chapter of your life.
I don't know if I can offer you anything you two don't already know. The one thing that always sticks with me is lead with your heart, and the two of you can figure out the rest. So today I can say I wish you and Kelly so many wonderful, happy, smiley, and bad pun-filled years.
Dear Kelly and Travis, A Mom's Tale. I wish to pass down our family's traditional gifts as we would our own daughters and sons, if you will accept. Wishes for the future and a gift of luck. On the surface, they may seem quite simple or silly, but they hold great power in their meaning and love. There are two, one from each side. The first gift seems silly enough. It's from my Mediterranean Welsh side. I gift you with a wish of protection and health, your personal kitchen witch. The second gift is also quite simple. It is my Eastern European wish box. It is a simple wooden box decorated that holds our most potent and fervent wishes for your life together. We wish you much love, life, and laughter throughout the years. All our love, Mama Gina and Steve.